The revolution in cooking oil. Introducing Gendo Premium Cooking Oil. Gender oil is made from groundnuts, a natural oil source that doesn't contain any toxins or harmful chemicals, cholesterol included. You heard that right. Gender oil is 100% cholesterol free. Every drop of gender oil is packed with vitamin A and essential nutrients, delivering the unmistakable taste and aroma that is loved by generations of African food lovers. And here's the icing on the cake. Gender oil is fully certified by NAFDAC, and every bottle has unique security features so you can trust its quality, purity, and safety. So when you want no compromise on health and vitality while enjoying that authentic African flavor in all your dishes, Gender oil is the premium choice. Gender Premium Groundnut Oil. Unleash the goodness in every drop. Now available in stores near you.
Good evening, our esteemed viewers, and welcome to another edition of Inside Politics with Shitu on Politics and Business Television. Don't forget to watch and follow us live on our various social media platforms. Our discussion tonight will center on local government's governance. On Tuesday, 19th November 2024, the National Assembly's granted full groundbreaking decision to local government autonomy, taking control of elections out of the hands of state governors and placing it squarely with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, that's the empire. The significant moves promise to reshape Nigerian democratic landscape. I beg your pardon. What exactly this means that is going to take shape. The National Assembly also granted full financial and administrative autonomy to all the 774 local government councils authority across Nigeria by amending the sections of 124 of the nation's constitution. The section provides a consensual provision for the making of the local councils a full third-tier government without undue interference from the state governments. The amendment was one of the 22 other approved by the House of Representatives last week and ratified by the Senate on Tuesday. Both chambers had through a conference committee harmonized versions of the amendment into the Constitution carried out by each of them last month. By the development, the National Assembly had ratified all the 23 clauses and sections that had been amended by both chambers. The newly amendment document, which will be sent to state houses of assembly for approval, also approved the creation of office of Auditor General of the local government, as well as the state local government services. Local government service commissions, I beg your pardon. The section equally deleted the state's Independent Electoral Commission, SEC, that was the State Electoral Commission, from the Constitution, thereby vesting the powers to conduct council's election on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. It however retained the immunity clause in the Constitution for the President and governors by adopting the Senate version of the amendments on the issues and rejected the House of Representatives version, which removed the immunity clause. The National Assembly also made provision for independent candidacy in future election in Nigeria by amending the Section 65 and 106 of the 1999 Constitution. With this newfound autonomy, what should Nigerians be looking at from the local government custodians? That is one. What are the potential advantage for Nigerians' democracy, and also is there any challenges and concern? These are the things that we're going to be focusing tonight. And here with me tonight is no other person than the former vice chairman of local government. That's Barrister Adeyemi John. He's an outgone member. Like I said, he was the vice chairman of outgone member in Osun State. Barrister, good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Well, fine. How is the family, sir?
Well, we are all good.
Thank God. Glory be to God. I believe it's not more news. You had the news that the National Assembly has granted the full autonomy to the local governments so that INEC will be in charge to conduct and to oversee the process of the election. What exactly this means to our democracy? What stand are you? Let me know in particular.
Well, let me first of all correct my name. You did not call it right.
Okay.
I'm Barrister Autonomy John Adeyemi.
I'm sorry for that, Barrister Autonomy John. I'm very sorry for that.
Yes. So it's concerning the new developments at the National Assembly, wherein they now try to pass a bill or an act. It is not the end of the program because they are still going to send the same act to, or bill, let's say bill, to the state assemblies. So it is when we have concurrence of about 24 out of 36 states that pass the act now, it becomes law. Now, as it is a very good development. At least it is a good development for INEC to take over the conduct of election at the grassroots. And that means there will be fairness in the conduct of election. The era of one party ruling the state, having all the local governments, winning the local governments, we know what will be there. It will depend on the popularity of candidate and the popularity of the party in all the local governments. So it's a very good development, and like I say, our democracy is maturing now.
Okay, Barrister.
Nearly about 3 decades.
Okay, Barrister. You know, like you rightly said, thank God that you agreed with these developments. You also see it that is a good development. The reason why I said thank God is because I know you are in PDP.
Yeah.
And some time ago, maybe probably 2 months ago, one of your principal in your party, although he's not, excuse me, I beg your pardon, one of your principals in Southwest region, I'm talking about the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, I think it found out when this news started, flying around, that now the local governments have their autonomy. Governor of Oyo State frowned at this development openly, not even hidden, openly. That's the reason why I say thank God that it seems you welcome this development. What will you say to that decision, or to that act or reaction, right? Let me use the word reaction of the governor from the governor of Oyo State. Let me first ask you that.
Well, I'm from Osun State anyway. I'm not from Oyo State, where the governor made that pronouncement. And for the simple fact that this case, the autonomy of the local government, the judgment to that effect has been given by the apex court in the land, that is Supreme Court. It becomes the case law. There's nothing anybody can do about it. If the governor of Oyo State is having contrary view, well, I will say that is his own personal opinion. Understand? The Supreme Court, after Supreme Court judgments, there's nothing anybody can do about it. even the National Assembly, we have to put it at least to make enactment on it. It's already a law once it is Supreme Court judgment. That is the higher court in the land. So if he's planning at it, where it may be ordinary, there's nothing anybody can do. But even the president cannot do anything to reverse that decision of the Supreme Court. So let's try to foreclose that one. It is done and it is done.
Okay. Thank you, Barrister. Now, let's quickly take a flashback about the way local governments are being run before today. Although, yes, we still believe that, it's not as if it has been 100% fully active the way Supreme Court want it, or the way Supreme Court, give the judgment, and the way the federal government wanted it to look like. But let me ask you, you were once a member of local government Algon, and for that matter, you are a vice chairman. In all respects, in all due respects, do you think the governors of each state have done well, or are they been human to the people of the local government? Do you see it in the past? Have you seen any development that compared to before the era of governors should be in charge of local government? What will you say that is a major difference, or that make impact, whether positively or negatively, on the local government?
Well, in Osun State, before we were appointed as the caretaker chairman,
yes,
our governor promised that the local government would be an autonomous one. And for 11 months in power, being the PDP government, the governor did well in that respect.
He gave you fully autonomy to operate the way it's supposed to be constitutionally. We operated in a very good manner, and as government, the second tier and the third tier government, there will be collaboration in some instances. Wherein we have a project that will benefit the whole place, the whole town, or the whole state. The governor will call us at least to say, okay, we are going to do this. So there will be counterpart funding from both sides. For the 11 months in Osun State today, if you say you are looking for a state that is doing well, Osun State is number one, and it's because of collaborative efforts between the state and the local government. It sounds as if you are trying to make adverts for your party and your governor.
No, no.
It's normal. I'm not expecting you to do contrary to that.
It's not an advert. I was somewhere for 11 months. I should be able to say what precisely happened.
What made you
the federal government took that into court?
What made you to leave that seat? Why you say you were there for 11 months? What happened?
No, you see, we were asked to resign if you want to contest. The Supreme Court judgments clearly gave it that if you want to be a local government chairman, you have to you have to contest for that election, not the state government or the state governor or the party leaders appointing you to be the caretaker. That caretaker is not in the constitution. They want local government to democratize. Okay. So once the Supreme Court has given that judgment, there's nothing we can do than to resign our caretakership and then face the rigor. And as a matter of fact, the governor of Osun State did not know that matter will be taken to Supreme Court by the federal government. On about February this year, the state governor said, okay, we want to have democratically elected local government chairmen and councillors at the grassroots, at the local government level. So they consulted OSEC, and OSEC complied strictly with the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. So stipulating dates, at least the OCEC that gave about a year election notice, and it has been followed. So all of a sudden, the federal government took that matter to Supreme Court, and the judgment was delivered that henceforth there should be a democratically elected local government councils, chairmen and councillors at the grassroots. So we have been on the system before the case was taken to Supreme Court. So, and we are about even completing the thing, because in Osun State, on 22nd February 2025, we are going to have our election. And then Osun State will join the League of States that is having democratically elected local government chairmen and councillors at this level. So we have been busy. We have started even before the case was taken to court by the federal government. So we are in line.
Okay.
And that is the reason why we resigned. We want to comply with the Electoral Act so that we will not run foul of what we are doing. And if you can listen, if you listen to what the minister says, the minister says they cannot do anything unless they look at the laws passed by each House of Assembly regarding election. So we are still online.
So now that means that this autonomy has not even scaled through 100%, because if the final say still depends on the state assembly, which the governors of each state have their influence on their speakers and their members of parliament, that means there is still problem. Is that what you're saying?
No, section 7 of the Constitution of Nigeria, National Constitution of Nigeria, put local governments, the supervisory role of local governments with state house assemblies. Understand? But what is the autonomy they are now giving is financial autonomy. That is, if they want to give local government their monthly allocation, it will come direct to the coffers of the council, not to the joint accounts created by states. Understand? So local government will receive their money as the federal government and state governments are receiving their salaries. I mean, they are receiving their monthly money from federation accounts. So the money will come directly to the local government. Understand? That is what we have. It's not complete autonomy. It is financial autonomy. That is, the money will be given to us, and the owners of using the money at least to benefit each local government lies on us. So that's what they are saying.
Okay, Barrister, we just talk. We are still talking about the financial autonomy, which is most of you people and the local government are also clamoring for and expecting, because it's quite unfortunate where a social amount is being allocated to a local government and a governor will just sit and say, okay, fine, this is the percentage I'm going to give you. Well, that means that, that's the reason why we're having challenges. I don't know why, but that is not a discussion for you, and that is not a discussion for tonight. Now, the major thing now is another thing. INEC conducting election now, not states. Didn't you think that this is a red flag or a danger to a sitting government in the state? Because it won't be as usual, business as usual, the way governor of state will just like, fine. We've seen in the past, in some few weeks and some few months ago, some states have conducted their local government election. Kano has conducted his own election. Rivers State, the same thing. Bauchi State, and it's quite unfortunate that, like we used to say, it is them. Let me use the word, it is them. Now their people go enter. So, but now that INEC is going to be in charge, it's not going to be as usual. So, what do you see? Are you not being scared if eventually this law is being passed before next year of your own election? Don't you think that there will be fire on the mountain?
Well, I'd like to say one thing. the enactment or what the National Assembly have just passed from both House of Senate and House of Representatives, that enactment, that bill is still coming to state level, wherein the House of Assemblies will now try to deliberate on it. That is one. We don't know when they will even complete that assignment before taking it back to Abuja. And we are talking about 36 states here. So if you have 15 or 20 states getting their own ready by January, at least all of them must get that thing. So all of them must at least deliberate on it and then pass it before taking it back to National Assembly. And when it gets to National Assembly, they take it to the president for ratification or for signing. Now, that one will take some time. Now, we have Osun State election around February. And then I think Anambra State also, they have theirs in March. That will conclude everything. Now, the law they are making cannot be made retroactively.
Okay.
Even if they give INEC that duty to conduct election, it will not affect us in the first instance because INEC will still have to comply with the Electoral Act, which is about a year or so as election notice. Understand? So they cannot reverse what they have done in respective states. Understand? Because if they want INEC to conduct it now, it means you are postponing. Our federal government is not even patient about postponing election, and there's no way you can conduct an election within 1 or 2 months. That means you are working in contrary to what is in Electoral Act. So INEC will come to conduct election not in this round. Not in this round. It is when all the states, I think the last state that will be conducting is March. It is when it is when they have concluded their election. So if any other state is conducting election now, after then INEC will. And even if today they say in Osun State, we should come out, they should allow INEC to conduct the election, we will still be on good page because we have the popularity, we have done so well, our governor have done so well, the local government chairmen, when they were there, they did wonderfully well. That people in the town, people in the state.
Actually, I appreciate the fact that you're trying to give me the way it's going to work according to the law.
Yeah.
But what you just said now is what exactly I want to hear. That, look, young man, even though INEC is going to conduct, my party is solidly on ground, and they've done well. But the one you've said earlier, although let me assume that you're just trying to let me know that this is how the laws work. It's not as if it's going to take effect with immediate effect, because I will have said that it seems you are scared of this election and you are not confident in your party and in yourself. But I must say that, barrister, local government itself is another arm of government that's supposed to be fully recognized and well monitored, because they are the most people that are most closer to their people. It's going to be difficult for ordinary man or woman in the world to see his governor, to see a governor on a normal day. But for local government chairman or councillor, they are on the same street. This will make our democracy, this is going to strengthen our democracy. But let's give a thanks to the federal government and what the Supreme Court is doing currently on this matter. Barrister, let's quickly go for a short break and before we round up this program in the next 5-10 minutes, and we finalize your final thoughts on this discussion tonight. Let's quickly go for a short break.
Okay.
In the heart of Nigeria, where tradition meets innovation, comes a revolution in cooking oil. Introducing Jendo Premium Cooking Oil. Gender oil is made from groundnuts, a natural oil source that doesn't contain any toxins or harmful chemicals, cholesterol included. You heard that right. Gender oil is 100% cholesterol free. Every drop of gender oil is packed with vitamin A and essential nutrients, delivering the unmistakable taste and aroma that is loved by generations of African food lovers. And here's the icing on the cake. Gender oil is fully certified by NAFDAC, and every bottle has unique security features so you can trust its quality, purity, and safety. So when you want no compromise on health and vitality while enjoying that authentic African flavor in all your dishes, Gender oil is the premium choice. Gender Premium Granite Oil. Unleash the goodness in every drop. Now available in stores near you. In the heart of Nigeria, where tradition meets innovation, comes a revolution in cooking oil. Introducing Gendo Premium Cooking Oil. Gender oil is made from groundnuts, a natural oil source that doesn't contain any toxins or harmful chemicals, cholesterol included. You heard that right. Gender oil is 100% cholesterol free. Every drop of Gender oil is packed with vitamin A and essential nutrients, delivering the unmistakable taste and aroma that is loved by generations of African food lovers. And here's the icing on the cake. Gender oil is fully certified by NAFDAC, and every bottle has unique security features so you can trust its quality, purity, and safety. So when you want no compromise on health and vitality while enjoying that authentic African flavor in all your dishes, Gender oil is the premium choice. Gender Premium Granite Oil. Unleash the goodness in every drop. Now available in stores near you.
Well, welcome back to our discussion on. We are still on the local government's. The National Assembly just grant the local governments the autonomy to conduct their election. I beg your pardon, for INEC to conduct their election for them, and not as usual the way governors and used to do by conducting the elections. So now it is fully in charge of INEC to do that. But our guest is making us to understand that yes, it has been passed, but there's still one burden, there's still one bridge that this process needs to do, which is the State House of Assembly. That after the State House of Assembly has enacted and passed it through law, and they'll send it back to Abuja, that is when it's going to fully take charge, and everything is going to be the way it's supposed to be. The local government has been doing well in the late 70s and 80s, before the former president, Democratic President, as Olusegun Obasanjo, in 1999, if I don't make a mistake, as a student of history, when he said that no, they should be having the same account with the state governor. And since ever then, things have not been going fine in local government. Because when you check, there are some projects that the local government has done in the past, in the 80s and in the 70s, that you will be imagined as a young chap that is coming up, when they say this project, this edifice that you're seeing was being constructed by a local government chairman. But what went wrong? Everything politics. Like we should said, it's politics, putting place in order for us in this country, or the other way around. Welcome back, Barrister Rotimi. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
So, sir, before we round up this program, like I was saying before, I called your attention. Local government has been a very vital and critical, section in our democracy. Like I was saying, as a young boy, when I do go to my village, when I say this, they will tell me, my father will tell me, this building that you're seeing was built by a local government chairman. These are things that are not in place again anymore. Today we see governors, like say governors will come out and say is commissioning 10-kilometer of road. This project belongs to local government chairman. It shouldn't be a project that the governor should be proud of. A governor will come out and say is commissioning a 2 block of classrooms, or or commissioning boreholes. This should be a project of commissioners and councillors and local government chairman. What went wrong? And aside this, barrister, you are a lawyer. Aside a politician, you know the law. Thank God, when I asked you about the stand of governor of Oyo State, you clearly stated, you never even say that maybe because you are in the same party, you never even say you want to shield him. You said, well, there's nothing he can do. As far as the Supreme Court has said this is what they want, that's the highest level of court in Nigeria, which I must commend you for that statement, barrister. For you stand. You never said that you're in the same party. Things have went wrong in the past. Now, are we seeing all coming back to local governments?
I can't get that question.
I say things has went wrong in the past because in the past you will see a very big building, a big secretariat or hospital. They will tell you that it was a local government chairman that built this building, but now there's nothing of such again. You rather see a governor commissioning 10 kilometers of roads, and he will be proud of that, saying that I commissioned 10 kilometers of roads, built 2 classrooms or something like this. This project should be project of local government chairman, not a governor. A governor should be looking at flyovers of 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, building something big. But reverse is the case. Now, with this development, are you saying, barrister, that hope now is coming back to local governments?
Yes, hope, yes. Hope is coming back to the local governments in that respect. Because if they give us the money directly from the federal government as monthly allocation, the local government chairmen, at least in each of the local governments we have in Nigeria, we have enough resources to put some infrastructures into place directly on their home. And the federal government that took that matter to Supreme Court, they know that if they subject it to National Assembly, it will be frustrated at the end of the day when it comes to passing what they resolve. Their decision at the National Assembly, when they bring it to the state level, the governors might use national assemblies at least to frustrate. They have done it before. Federal governments have taken bills to the National Assembly. At the end of the day, it won't see the light of the day because of the 2/3 majority of the states to pass it into law. So now that they are taking it to the court, Supreme Court, the Court of First Instance and the last court on that matter, and they have made pronouncement on it, it will work. I believe when all the local government, all the states have concluded their election, we have democratically elected chairmen and councillors at the local level. I know federal government will go further with their steps by putting in place regulatory bodies that will oversee the matters at the local government. The fund that will be released to local government directly from federal government. Federal government will not release the money without controlling valve. They will try to whip the chairman.
Barrister, let me ask you this question, please. What about, since the State House of Assemblies also have their own stance on this, what about in the case whereby they refuse, or let me use the word refuse to act the way it's supposed to be?
Look, the issue of state governments, the issue of State of Assemblies in this matter, they don't have any power now. Once the Supreme Court have making that pronouncement, financial autonomy, there's no way, guys. There's no way. State of Assembly will now control local government about that front. Mind you, we have EFCC, we have ICPC, and then these days we have electronic transfer. If you want to transfer huge sum of money from one place to another, all these agencies will query you. Many chairmen of local government will land in court and prison if they try to misappropriate whatever they were given by the federal government. Federal government will not release that money and then be working, or will look other way. No, they will make sure that local government use the money for the intended purposes. Understand? So the era of saying they will, and let me tell you one thing, the issue of financial autonomy now will bring primary school teachers' salaries back to the local government. When we are not talking about huge money, it's not huge money. By the time the teachers' salaries, the chieftaincy people, and all the statutory expenses will be made by the local government. Understand? Any failure on the part of the chairman to do what states were doing before, it will land the local government chairman into trouble. Okay. So there will be controlling valve.
Barrister, let me ask you this question again. If at all this, at the end of the time, these autonomy, both the financial autonomy, the electoral autonomy, are being put in place and they have been functioned the way it's supposed to be. Now, is it not the governors in each state won't feel threatened, and what will remain for them as a governor, the commander-in-chief of each state, what will remain for them in terms of giving order and authorities to their people in the states? Because if you said the local government will be in charge of paying teachers at the local government, which
primary school teachers.
Primary school teachers. Yes. Okay, the secondary school teacher will still maintain the governors
by the states. The secondary school are being controlled by TESCOM.
Okay. So now, what will remain for the governor? For the state itself, in terms of to control, and isn't what the reason why the governors of each state are opposing this autonomy to take place?
Well, it might be some states. In our own state here, there's nothing like that. Understand? Some governor may not want it to happen. But in other states where I am, it will be effective. It will be effective.
You mean as soon as election is being conducted next year?
Yes, as soon as election is conducted in all the states. I've listened to what the Minister of Justice said about it about 2 weeks ago. That they are just watching. They want the state to complete their elections. It is then they will now roll out guidelines on how local governments will be managing their fund without interference from state governors. And that will be, and it will be once they are receiving that monthly allocation at the state level, there's no point coming to local government to come and say, okay, please make returns. If we want to make returns, the AFCC and the regulatory bodies that will be put in place by federal government will be watching. So anybody that is dipping his hand into local government monthly allocation, honestly,
yes,
understand, we land himself in trouble.
Even though if it's the governor of the state.
No, the governor cannot do that. The governor cannot do that.
You can't say the governor cannot do that. Well, I understand the point. I understand your point there, and I don't want to go further tonight. I understand your point, and sincerely speaking, Barrister. Lastly, before we go on this program, I want you as a lawyer, as a politician, and also someone that wants to be closer to its people in the local government. What will be your word of advice to your, should I use the word partners, or what should be your contemporaries in other local governments, whether it's in Osun State or your state? What are you going to tell them in terms of being kind to their people at the local government?
Well, as local government chairman, what we need to do is to discharge our duties as expected. Already we are very close to the grassroots. If you want to see the governor now as a citizen of the state, understand, there's no way you can get to the governor without being given appointments.
Yes.
But you can walk straight to local government chairman's quarters or wherever they are living and try to demand what your community wants from them. Understand? We are very close to the grassroots. People come to us for what they expect from the government. So we advise our people to behave very well and to make sure that whatever fund that is given to the local government is expended on the people and the projects that will benefit our people. It is not the time to be going to parties and be spending money, government money, on social parties. Well, if anybody does that, it will land that person in trouble. Because there are many people that are watching. Apart from the FCC and ICPC, there are many opposing party will be watching the party in government. If you misbehave, they report you. That is just it. So you have to be more conscious of what you are doing, and then everything will go well.
Okay, thank you, Barrister. We really sincerely appreciate your time, your contribution to our program tonight. Letting us know the laws, the rules and regulations that bind the newly, law or been passed by the National Assembly, and the functions of the prospects, and also what it needs us to give us in future, and probably where it's taking us to, trying to bring back glory to our local governments, respectively. So we sincerely appreciate your time, your contribution that you give us tonight, and we say thank you very much, Barrister Rotimi John. God bless you, and have a wonderful night rest.
Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, sir. So, we are going to round up this program by telling you that local government is one of the critical segment of government that they are very close to their people at the grassroots level, and by all means, I don't know the reason why you are going to take the full autonomy of this local government away from them. Meanwhile, you know that these are the people that are close to the grassroots. But let's give thanks to the Supreme Court and this current government, federal government, by doing this wonderful work, by bringing glory back to the local governments, and also make sure that the local government is functioning the way it's supposed to be, so that development can come to the grassroots. People from the grassroots level can feel the dividends of democracy, irrespective of where you're from or where you belong to or what you're doing at the moment. The local government children deserve a very good health care system. The local government children also deserve a very good sound education, and many of the things that we in the city are also enjoying is a dividend of democracy. The democracy should start from your local government, from the grassroots. So we thank God, and we thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for taking these actions and make sure that at least this time around they are going to see to the light, to the end of the issues. And thank God for Supreme Court as well. So we are expecting, even though it did not take effect immediately this year, we know by next year, or probably in the next 2 years, the story will remain the same, and we're going to have INEC conducting the election. That is where the problem started from, a situation whereby INEC is out of the conducting of the election. And it's not going to be just fix it there, choose people, let people conduct election, let people go there and test their popularity, let your party go and meet the people at the grassroots level. Because when you're there, as I said, like I said earlier, there are some projects that should be handled by the local government. What's a governor? A governor, you coming out and telling us that you're commissioning 10 kilometers of road. For what? Should be the project of a local government chairman, or telling us that you are commissioning a street light. This should be the work of councillors and not you, Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, please, we are begging you, the Nigerian governors, Nigerian governors, we are begging you, please let this act take effect immediately. Release the rope, release the people of local government, let them take their decision on their own, so that we should know who we are going to hold responsible if things are not going well in our local government. If you don't have water, if you don't have light, if you don't have good roads. Imagine a local government, a very nooks and crannies of an area where if a governor will not even step into throughout his 4 or 8 years. But a councillor or a local government chairman can go there. He will work there because he's from that street, he's from that local government, he's from that area, and definitely knows what to do there. So with that, please, Mr. Governors, we beg you, we are on our nails, especially from our TV station, because it's our responsibility, it's our duty. From Politics and Business Television here in Abuja, we are telling you that let the local government take effect. Give them their full financial autonomy. Approve it and remove hands in it. Let them go so that we know that if things are not working here, let's know that okay, we are going to hold these people responsible. Like I said, the local government are going to be fully in charge of paying the primary schools teachers. If any primary school teachers complain, let's know that is the local government chairman that is there and supposed to take that responsibility, and we're going to hold him or her responsible for that. So with this, we believe when we do that, Nigeria is going gradually and going to be better. We're very optimistic. We don't have any other country than Nigeria. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless every one of us. I remain this boy. My name is Shitu Abdul Fatai. Thank you very much. Good night.
In the parts of Nigeria where tradition meets innovation comes a revolution in cooking oil. Introducing